Hey, it's Pat Capone for 1039 The Fox, and it's kind of a sad day for me today because it's time for me to turn in this beautiful 2015 Harley Davidson Ultra Limited that I got from Fox River Harley Davidson this year to do a lot of my charity runs. You got to take a look at this big, beautiful bike. Now, first off, I got to tell you, I am not used to these big, huge cruisers with the fairings and stuff, but I had so many charity rides, so long rides, huge long rides, cold weather, rainy weather. Fox River really wanted to hook me up with a bike that could handle long distance, hauling records to my radio show, bringing my girl with me on these charity rides, and this was the choice they hooked me up with. Man, it was a great choice. Let me show you this bike. It's an all-black 2015 Harley Davidson Ultra Limited. A gorgeous bike. And as you can tell, not only is it a good-looking bike, but man, it's got all the bells and whistles. And let me show you a couple of things that I really love. First off, right here in the electronics, something I am not used to. This is the navigational system, and the navigational system is fantastic. It'll keep you off the highway. It'll allow you to find the closest dealership. I just put in Fox River Harley Davidson in there in St. Charles, which is where I'm going to head to right now. Another great feature that I like besides the radio, besides the navigational system, is this, and it's a simple thing, but there's a vent right here in the top of the fairing. And if I click this button, it closes that vent, but you want to keep it open because air will brush up the front, hit off the back of the fairing, and it creates an air wall for while you're riding, keeping a lot of that wind fatigue that you get in your head. As you can see, it's got two big, beautiful speakers in the front, and as we pan back with this camera, you can see we've got the communication systems that work great when you're riding with your partner or your friend. Here we got more speakers in the back, and Mama gets to control the volume of these all by herself. She did love these. And something I got really used to that I honestly didn't think I would is all of this storage space in the back of the 2015 Harley Davidson Ultra Limited. Every single day I bring in vinyl records into the radio station, and on my old bike, a Fat Boy, I had to throw them in a backpack. But with this bike, as you can see, I've got tons of storage in here. Look in the back of this. Look at all this space. Unbelievable. A 12-volt power supply to power some of those things. There's antennas here for the CB and the FM and the communication system. Wonderful side bags for keeping your rain gear or an extra leather jacket. I'll tell you what, this has been an exceptionally cool bike to ride all summer long, and I got to say thanks to Fox River Harley Davidson for hooking me up with this Ultra Limited. That's a great group of people there. If you're looking for a Harley Davidson, and maybe it's time for you to step up to one of these big cruisers with the fairing. You know what, I used to kind of make fun of these bikes. I'm a stripped down bike kind of guy. I like choppers. I love my Fat Boy. It's been a great bike for me, but for doing 300-400 mile runs for all these charity events I do every year, the Fat Boy just pounded my spine. The wind fatigue in the face was just a lot to put up with. Coming to this bike was like riding around in a gigantic Lincoln Continental. So comfortable. I've got heated grips on here. You can add heated seats. The storage has been fantastic. And on a little side note, I must have been caught in the rain no less than 15 times since I got this motorcycle. And my Fat Boy, I bet you I haven't been caught in the rain 15 times since I bought it. This bike, and it's filthy, it's got dirt all over it, but this bike was exceptional in bad weather. Whether it was cold, it was misting, or whether I was coming home in pouring rain, this bike handled fantastic with the anti-lock brakes, the big fairings keeping that rain off me, making it so much easier. Just the fact that I could keep my Harley Davidson rain gear in these extra bags and pull them out when that happened was a huge convenience. I'll tell you what, if you're planning on doing a lot of riding, especially if you're bringing your girl with you, I can tell you this. The very first time my girl got on the back of this bike, Julie whispered in my ear and she said, "We need this." And she was right. I fell in love with this bike. If you're looking for an Ultra Limited or any of the big cruisers, or if you want to get a Fat Boy like me, head on into Fox River Harley Davidson. Talk to Brian, talk to the great staff there. They are incredible. They do amazing work, and they're going to treat you right. I promise you that. I got to say a big thanks to Fox River Harley Davidson for hooking me up with this beautiful bike this year. It's really been absolutely fantastic for all the work I do, and I'm hoping we can do it again next year. Hint, hint. All right, man. Pat Capone for 1039 The Fox.